Hello YouTubers, Alaska Prepper here. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not the meat and potatoes of this video. The actual video is going to start in about a minute and a half or so after I'm done telling you what I have to tell you. But the reason that I'm telling you, or that I titled this video, never keep your precious metals in a safety deposit box, is this. I cannot mention the names of any institutions or the names of any people, right? Because this is like an ongoing investigation. So I'm going to be very vague in how I choose my words. Now, someone that I know told me that they knew someone whose better half passed away, and they had a whole bunch of precious metals in a safety deposit box, right? And it just happens that some people were trying to sell a whole bunch of coins, a whole bunch of precious metals, a lot, like a bag full, right? Which is really a lot. And the people that were buying them recognized that they had sold some of those precious metals to the person that had passed away. And they ended up taking the person's phone number and their name so that they can give them a call back and say, yeah, we're going to buy it or not. And then they ended up contacting the better half of the person who passed away and telling them, hey, have you checked your safety deposit box? Because they knew that they put their precious metals in a safety deposit box. And the person who was still alive, right? Like I said, I'm being very vague, went to the bank to check their safety deposit box. And at the same time that they went to the bank to check their safety deposit box, the people that had taken all of those precious metals out of their safety deposit box, they were employees of that financial institution. So they got caught red-handed with her precious metals in hand. It just happens that she showed up there at the same time that those people were. They were actually, I think they might have had a change of heart, and they were going to try to put those metals back in the box. But as she was in the bank asking about it to get into her safety deposit box, those people, it was two people, they came back in and they had the bag of her metals. And that's why I've often said, I've even had this argument with Jerry and Dick from Alaska Rare Coins. I've had this argument with them in the past, telling them I would never keep anything in a safety deposit box that was very important to me, because I don't believe that you really have control over that. Because if any kind of federal institution wants to get in there, they can get in there. It's been done before. I'm sure that it will be done again. But then again, you also have to think about how someone else, maybe an employee of that bank, can get in there. They don't even know how they got in there, because one of the keys to get in there is the key of the person that's paying for that safety deposit box. But they don't even know how they got in there. So how safe are your metals really in a safety deposit box if an employee can get in there, or if any kind of institution, federal institution, can get in there and take your stuff and then have it take you maybe sometimes years to be able to get your stuff back? So in my opinion, I would never, and this is all my opinion, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, you have to do what you're comfortable with. In my opinion, I would rather drill or dig 1,000 holes, you know, in my backyard, right, than to put precious metals in a safety deposit box. Because why do you get precious metals? The reason you get them is so that it can secure your future against the inflation of the currency for whatever country you live in, or use it as a savings for your retirement, etc., etc. Now, stay tuned till like towards the end of this video or the middle of this video, because there's going to be a giveaway associated with this video. All right, so enjoy the video, and thank you very much for joining in. Ladies and gentlemen, do you hear that? That is the sound of a bird. I don't know if you can hear that or not, but that's a sound of a bird that I normally don't hear until like March or April. Pretty much when the snow is starting to melt. Hello YouTubers, Alaska Prepper here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, guess where I just left? That there is the hospital. And I left there because I had to get fitted for some glasses, because I can't see that far anymore or close up. So they hooked me up with a prescription so that I can get some glasses. But I thought that we'd go to the coin shop and see what Jerry and Dick are up to. And I'm going to make my very first purchase of 2023. So come on along. We'll have a little bit of fun. And also that short clip that I put in the front of this video before I even started, that was from yesterday. And it's the first time this year that I heard the spring birds, is what I call them, because I normally only hear those birds when it's like March or April, you know, and the snow is starting to melt. So I'm not sure if that's a sign that we're going to have a very mild rest of the winter. In a way, I kind of hope so, but we'll see. Well, let's go ahead and go check in on Jerry and Dick. Jerry, do you have the 400 ounces of silver I ordered?
Sure.
All right, let's go get it. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. Did you really think that I was going to buy all of this? I wish. I just asked Jerry and Dick to get a whole bunch of silver. I had to beg them. Dick said, no, I'm not taking all that stuff out just so you can have a thumbnail. But look at this. This is what I'm going home with today right here. And this thing is all, but look at how nice all of these are. Look at this guy. This is a 10 ouncer. And look at the back. It comes shrink wrapped. So hopefully they'll have this here. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, guess what? There is a giveaway associated with this video. All right, so stay tuned. I'm going to tell you exactly what it is and how to enter. But like I was saying, look how pretty this thing is. I might have to bribe Jerry and Dick to go ahead and put this behind their bookshelf so I can pick it up later on. But this is the one, ladies and gentlemen. This is my first purchase of 2023. And I love kilo bars. And Jerry is just way too cheap to buy kilo bars. So they rarely ever have them. And now they've got 3. So, but anyway, so maybe by the end of the day, whoever's watching these videos will come in and pick up the last 2 right there. There's, and this is not advertisement for Alaska Rare Coins, by the way. I'm just showing you. There's this one right here, which I don't know who the manufacturer is. I thought at first it was like Sunshine Mint, but it's a quad 9. It's 0.999, 9999. And Sunshine Mint is usually 3 nines. Look at this guy. And then there's the other one, just like this one right here. Well, this bad boy is going home with me. Put it back in the box. Ladies and gentlemen, Jerry is feeling a little bit under the weather. You know why? Because he hasn't been taking his immune boost from Nutrient Survival like I've told him 1,000 times. So he's like, hey, I'm not talking today, AP. Go talk to Dick. Let him earn his keep for once. So I wanted to talk to Dick about a few questions that have been lingering on my mind. So, Jerry, am I allowed to talk to Dick for a little bit?
Just this once.
Just this once. You hear that in his voice? He sounds a little grouchy too, ladies and gentlemen. So let's go talk to Dick for a minute. And here, you guys can put this stuff away because I'm definitely not getting that. My wife is going to be like, what do you get? I'm like, nothing. All right. So, Dick, hey, first of all, Happy New Year.
Thank you.
Happy New Year. So, Dick, I was just wanting to ask you a couple of questions, but the first one is since we have so many new community members in the AP community, first question I want to ask you is, what would you say to someone, and ladies and gentlemen, no one here is a financial advisor, so do your own research. So what would you say to someone that's just starting to accumulate silver or gold? What would be the best way to go about it, and as far as getting the best bang for your buck, not getting ripped off, etc.?
Well, I think someone just starting out, they need to keep it simple. 1 ounce rounds are probably the easiest thing. You know exactly what you have. If you want small change, then you buy junk silver, but the premium on that is horrible right now. And as far as gold goes, the 1 ounce gold bars from reputable refiners are, again, the cheapest at this time.
Okay, can you give us an example like that buffalo I just showed? What would be the premium on that versus the premium just like on a, what is it, Valkyrie?
Valcambi.
Valcambi, like on a regular just gold bar.
Valcambi, Credit Suisse, PAMP, and Rand, we sell them at spot plus $60.
Okay, and what about that buffalo?
The buffalo is generally about what, $100 over?
6-7% over. That's...
Yeah, 6 or 7% over.
Oh, wow.
The spot price. Whereas Maples and Krugerrands are spot plus $79.
Oh, okay. All right. Wow. And then I can only assume that on a Gold Eagle, it's way more than that.
It is.
Okay, so
Hopefully,
Yeah.
in the new year they'll be coming down.
It's coming
okay.
down.
And I noticed too when I just paid Jerry for that kilo bar that even though the price of silver has gone up in the last week or so, that ladies and gentlemen, I only paid like $27 an ounce for that silver, which is really good. So are the premiums coming down?
The premiums are coming down. A few weeks ago we were at spot plus 490, but right now we're at spot plus 375.
That's awesome. And what about availability? Are you having any problems sourcing any kind of metals, silver or gold or even platinum?
We deal with 3 wholesalers at this time. One gives us almost immediate shipping. They ship within 2 days. The other
Okay.
2 are a little bit slower, but it's not like it was several months ago where we were waiting a month to get shipment.
Okay, is that kind of like the trend for the first month of the year that people usually slow down a little bit in their silver buying? Or have you been selling silver or gold at about as fast of a rate that you have in the last several months?
It seems to have slowed down over the last month or so during the holidays.
Okay.
But I don't know that that's a normal trend. It's a normal trend for something like that to slow down during the holidays, but I think production has probably geared up, and so the manufacturers are able to supply the wholesalers.
All right, so Dick, the price of silver has been going up and gold as well. Why do you think that is? Because there's so many factors involved. For example, the dollar goes up, it goes down, bonds go up, they go down, demand goes up and goes down. Why do you think right now, being that not that many people are buying as normally they would buy, because this is the time of the year that people usually don't accumulate a lot of precious metals, why do you think the price is going up, especially with the stock market? I think is pretty stable comparatively speaking with where it started last year and where it is right now.
Well, logically, one thinks because of inflation, gold and silver will be going up, but
Did you guys pick up my gloves?
it's been so heavily manipulated, I think, over the last 40 years. The powers that be don't want people to realize gold and silver are real money.
It's real money, right?
And when you buy a contract on the commodities exchange,
You must be doing a thing.
you can buy a futures contract, and you sell something that you don't own. And there's something fundamentally wrong when you can sell something you don't own.
More than once.
Yeah, more than once.
Okay.
So I think the major players and the banks are able to manipulate the market to their advantage by playing the paper market, whereas the physical market is really separated from the paper market.
Now, this is an interesting question that I just thought of. Why do you think that the banks do this? Would it be, would it be because they want to scare the average layman from purchasing real gold and silver, i.e. that the price is so volatile at their hand? Or would it be because they don't want people to realize what real money is? What do you think? There's no right or wrong answer, but what do you think? Or might it be both?
I think the powers that be don't want people to realize that gold and silver is real money. And paper is, as you've said in the past, fiat.
Yep.
There's nothing backing it.
Exactly. So all of those ETFs, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I would say that all of those ETFs out there that they're selling, all of the paper gold and paper silver that they're selling, they're really just a derivative of the physical price of gold and silver. However, the physical price of gold and silver is set off of that derivative, which is backwards.
It is. Yeah.
Incredible. What would you tell people that think that gold and silver is an investment?
We don't consider it a true investment. We consider it a way to preserve what you already have.
Excellent.
In the long run, our opinion is that gold and silver will maintain their purchasing power, and I think history has proven that to be correct. So if you spend $20 and just use $20 for an ounce of silver today, which of course it's more than that, but $20 for an ounce of silver today, 10 years from now, that ounce of silver is going to buy you the equivalent of that $20.
Right.
Now, there are peaks and troughs. They go up and down. Nothing's perfect, but in the long run, I think you'll see that gold and silver maintain their purchasing powers.
Right.
The best example I have is a handgun in the 1920s was $20. You can still buy a good handgun for the equivalent of an ounce of gold.
Yep, you certainly can.
A men's suit was $20. You can still buy a really good men's suit, which I would never own, for an ounce of gold. And a car was $400, so 20 ounces of gold will still buy you a really good car, much better than that 1920 Ford Model T or A or whatever it was.
See, ladies and gentlemen, this is what you have to listen to, all right? Because these are all facts. And the stories you hear on the mainstream media or the legacy media and by government pundits telling you that gold is a barbarous relic is 100% manipulation of your thoughts, wanting you to think that that is something that has no value, when the real thing that has no value is paper money. Well, it doesn't have value intrinsically. What do you think about that, Dick?
I will. I will sell you gold. I will take your paper, and I will go buy more gold.
Exactly. You know what? I remember someone commented on a video once, and they said, why do gold and silver dealers sell gold if gold and silver has so much value? And I told them, well, it's just basic economics. And I told them the exact same thing that you just said. I said, they buy gold and silver, and then they sell it at a little bit of a premium so that they can have more money to buy more gold and silver, and then have that profit to buy more gold and silver for themselves, which makes a lot of sense because you're just exchanging that fiat for real money in the end. So for those of you that want to know about the giveaway, there's going to be 2 giveaways, ladies and gentlemen. 2 1-ounce silver coins. One of them is going to be a 2022 Silver Eagle 1-ounce silver coin. If you live in Fairbanks, or if you are in Fairbanks, the first person that goes to Alaska Rare Coins, I will leave the address right here. All right, it's on Cushman and 2nd Avenue. The first one that goes there and purchases anything from Alaska Rare Coins, it can be as small as a silver dime. All right, it can be as small as a silver dime. I think they're like $2, $2.25, something like that. That goes into AK Rare Coins, purchases something, and then after you purchase it, you ask or you tell Jerry and Dick, hey, Alaska Prepper sent me here. If you're the first one, they're going to hand that silver coin over to you with a little note that I left you. All right, so good luck. That's for those of you that live here in Fairbanks. Now, for everyone else, what I will be doing is this Friday, I'm going to be giving away 1 Buffalo silver coin. I'm not sure how well you can see that, but I'll be giving away 1 Buffalo silver coin to someone that leaves a comment on this video. So during Friday's live stream, hopefully you can be there. I will go ahead and do a random draw from the comments on this video right here for that silver coin, which I will go ahead and mail to you personally. All right, so good luck to all of you. Having said that, have a great day. God bless every one of you. Thank you very much, Dick.
You're welcome, Rudy.
And Jerry, we all hope that you feel better.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Happy New Year.